What is up, guys? This is Troy from FleetWraps. Today we got a truck in for a commercial wrap. This is what we're gonna do to this Ram 1500. So we're gonna get the door handles taken off. We already got that 4x4 emblem taken off. We're gonna remove the old decals, and then we're gonna go on from there, guys. Should be pretty quick. That's all you need to take off the two door handles, and then we could lay it across and get all this down. That's all we need to do, guys, just from the fenders, the bottom of the fenders to the back. So we really don't need to do much, and then we'll go from there. Pretty quick job. So let's get it wrapped up. All right, guys, so we got everything laid out. What they did send me was all this, which is a layout. We're only going to lay from the front fender to the back doors and then the bed, but everything's in separate pieces. As you can see right here, I got the passenger side of this actual layout right here. So this is what we're going to be working on this side, and then from there we're going to be lining the back end. As you can see, guys, this pattern doesn't go all the way around the vehicle, so you really don't have to line it all up. If you did have to line it up, I would recommend starting in the back so you could get everything lined up from the right to the back to the left side, and use the back as reference to have everything lined up. But since nothing's connecting in the back end, we really don't have to do that. Just kind of get it in this general same area. Let me get this laid out. What we're going to do is we're going to work from the top down. This stuff is pretty repositionable, so you don't really have to worry about it tacking all that great until you put pressure and heat on it. So let me lay this out and let's get to wrapping. There you go, guys. We got it all lined up. What I'm doing is I'm just lining it up to the very bottom of the vehicle, and then I'm making sure that the front end of the design actually covers the whole front fender. From there, I'm just going to be working from the front back, or the back to the front, gradually. You're going to want to be working this from the front to the back and the back down, because the curve is on the bottom. It really doesn't like sticking to that curve, or I usually do it in separate pieces so it won't have a lot of stretch on that curve. But we'll get this done, and hope you like the process. Okay, guys, so I just want to put a little bit of information out there that I didn't have a great experience on working with this company or with this whole experience in general. Um, there's a couple points I want to make, and I want to make them as short as I can so I won't just be rambling about my experience. I want to put as much information out there, but I can't just say everything. Um, because from both sides, it's gonna be different. I want to put my experience, like I said, I'm gonna put it to where I'm not talking down on the company. I'm not talking down on the owner. Actually, I talked to the owner. He's a real professional guy. The only thing is that the communication wasn't there, and I felt like he could have dealt with it a lot more professional than what he did. Um, the first point that I want to make is that I am not a commercial rapper at all. I made that well known to the FleetWraps that reached out to me and to the guy that dropped off his truck when he dropped it off. So I made that known from the get go. Uh, so if you're a company that does commercial wraps, I mean, that kind of could stray you away from coming to me because I am not versed in laying down what needs to be put down. I'm just a guy that's going to get a whole roll, put it down, install it great. And if you could see, if you want to go through all my installs, you could see that I've never had any bad installs, guys. So from the get go, was totally upfront on anything, on everything. The main payment, they didn't want to do through card because they wanted to waive the fees. So I opted for check. I agreed to take a check. Um, I didn't have to, for one. I didn't have to, but I agreed because I 100% trusted the company. I like to trust the people that I work with just to get a good footing with them. Um, so I opted for a check. What we agreed on was that she was going to send it on a Monday. Unfortunately, I did this truck on a Monday, so at the end of the day, they had already closed shop. I had to wait a whole another week to get my check, to get paid, or for them to send out the check so I could get paid. Um, did the install, everything was good. Customer approved of it. He was actually going to pay me from his company card, which I didn't agree with because that company wasn't the company I was dealing with to put this material on. So, professional. I didn't take their payment. I wanted to get paid from the actual company. Um, so, a week passed by. Uh, didn't hear anything from anybody. No problems arise. That's how I thought in my head. No problems arise. I didn't have nothing to worry about. Once that Monday came around, I reached out to my contact because, like I said, I didn't hear anything for about a week. Um, Now, all of a sudden, the bed graphics was a little bit off. They wanted it redone, which I could totally agree. I mean, like I said, I want the customer to be 100% comfortable with the install. I told them I'd replace it for free. Um, and then it arose that they wanted to take it out of my pay to redo the bed graphics only, which in the beginning was I was told it was about $200-300 just for the bed graphics to reprint and ship out. At the very end of all of this, what happened, I was told that was $450 for reprint the whole graphics from the front to the back of the truck, and $50 to ship it out. So I don't know how that added up. Uh, yeah, I don't know how that added up. Um, I was told that it wasn't my responsibility to replace it. So how I see it is when you bring me a car to a full color change, I buy a full roll just in case anything does arise, and I add it to the bill because it's gonna be a full install. That's your warranty. If anything does happen, it's there. Um, I'll replace it for free if I don't install it correctly. So that's how I see it. Um, so whoever provides it, I mean, they should be charging enough to where I don't have to provide it, or I don't have to repay for it, or they could provide it with no issues. So that's another reason that kind of red flag for me. Uh, After that happened, I still wasn't getting paid. She told me she was going to reach out to certain people, whatever, whatnot. From the bed being not correct, or the bed being the main issue, now it arises that the customer wasn't comfortable bringing his truck back to me, which is what really got me off guard. I have no idea why that happened. Um, I have never had that issue. I've had several cars, $100,000 plus, uh, got brought into me with no issues, and no one has had any issues leaving the cars with me. It's a perfectly uh, safe environment. So that's another reason why, another red flag. I knew I wasn't going to get paid. Um, After that, still didn't hear from her again for another week. Trying to get my payment, waiting for my check to get shipped. Now the whole thing's misaligned. Now another uh, problem arose that they weren't going to bring it back to me at all. They're not going to bring it back to me at all. They're going with another company. They're going to remove everything I applied, even though the only thing that had arisen was the bed. So pretty much my whole install was for nothing. And my whole install was for nothing. I still haven't gotten paid. These problems are arising that they're having uh, me pay for instead of them taking into accountability for themselves that they went with me even though I was upfront with everything, and I didn't install it correctly for them. Like I said, I had totally told them everything up front. If all these problems, like they weren't comfortable bringing it to my place, they shouldn't have left it in the beginning. They should have been like, oh, well, I'm not comfortable there. Let's get some other shop. Or this guy is not a commercial rapper. Let's go with another shop. Something like that. But from the get go, I had charged a certain price. They lowballed me. We met in the middle. Uh, it was just for straight install. I was supposed to get a clean truck. Um, they ended up coming with some other graphics that I had to remove on it. So I upcharged them again, and it was going to be the same as the original price. So there's that. I did all this. At the end of the day, they only paid me for removing the graphics. So yeah, like I said, I did not really agree with anything. Should have been held differently, especially they charged me for reprinting the vinyl, and they charged me for another company removing my vinyl, so which I could have done for free, and they could have paid me what I was supposed to get paid. But unfortunately, they got that from my pay. Passenger side, but it's upside down. Put the blame on me, pretty much. But so yeah, I'll show you the rest of the video, guys. You tell me how this could have been prevented, or what you would have done correctly, or what you think about this whole situation. Put it down in the comments. I would like to see your guys' perspective on it. But like I said, I did my best on my color changing installs, for which I'm more than experienced. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've 400 or 500 cars under my belt. I've never had a bad install. So too hard right this here. Really hit me, and then we're gonna install kind of showed me where I could improve, which I did take as a learning experience, guys. This did not hit me in a negative way. It showed me what I could do differently when I'm working with other companies, and what I could do differently when I'm installing commercial wraps. So I took it as a positive way to work on myself, work on my installs in commercial wrap ways. As far as color changing, I'm still improving, but I've never had an unsatisfied customer. So exactly how I said in the video, guys, I pretty much put it as close as I could to the actual thing itself. Um, this really confused me because it kind of, they weren't labeled correctly. They were just labeled passenger and driver, but no matter how I laid them out, they weren't really aligned all that great. Um, I did see another person's install, and this part was also misaligned, so I'll show you that right here. All right, guys, I'm just going to show you this real quick. This is fairly easy. Experience went on. You just want to line it up his install or whatnot. Like I said, but this yeah, it was very difficult to see how this was supposed to be oriented because it wasn't labeled, or it wasn't. There was no instructions on how to get this done. This right 100% correct. As you can see, we're gonna get it lined up with those two lines right on top of the bottom one, and the second one is right aligned to the bottom of the second one. So right here we got it perfectly fine. It's supposed to be a little higher, guys, but like I said, the camper is there. The camper is actually acting as a straight edge, so we can line it up. So all you need to do is a magnet. As you can see, I have these three magnets, so it will hold this position. You want to gently peel off the backing from this, guys. What I like to do is I like to stick it just for a little bit so I can cut the backing over here. You're going to flip it right over, and you're just going to squeegee from the middle outwards, guys. Not hard at all. Just keep it straight. I like doing it from the middle first, and then we'll do the letters. And just like that, guys. Perfect. Perfectly placed. Ready to go. Then when you do the other side, all you need to do is get it all the way to the middle and slowly peel off the backing, guys. You never know. Sometimes the letters actually come off with the backing itself, so watch out there. And then boom, placement is key. Put that in the middle, and then put all the air out of the lettering, guys. Good firm pressure. Make sure all the bubbles are out, and then we just peel slowly. Make sure everything is stuck down correctly. If not, it will peel it off while you're peeling off this just like that. Just like that. I mean, that's a good example right there. Just make sure everything is squeezed down correctly, guys. But you see, you gotta do it slowly, so just in case, you could just stick it back onto the backing and pull it exactly back where it's supposed to be. If you do peel it all the way off, you can misalign it, guys. So just make sure you pull it off pretty slowly, just in case that happens to any one of those letters. You can realign it perfectly with no issues. As long as nothing gets behind it, you're fine. But if some dirt or anything does get behind it, you're either going to want to wash it out with a little bit of water and then let it dry and then stick it, or wash it out with alcohol, because it does evaporate a lot faster than just normal water, guys. As you can see, guys, there we go. Everything is installed from the back of the bed to the front fenders. Everything is installed and ready to go. We got the whole graphics from the front fender to the back of the cab, and then we got from the front of the bed to the back of the bed, guys. We also got behind the bed as well. I did that off camera because it was fairly easy. Same thing as this decal right here. It's not all the bed, it's just from the letters. All these are cut out and printed, so all you need to do is lay it right in the middle. And there we go, guys. Everything all finished up, all ready to go. As you can see, we got everything done from the lettering to these waves and then the whole cab. That's pretty much all we did. That and the tailgate. But as you can see, everything went down smoothly. This was customer provided, so they just sent me the material and then I installed it. Pretty straightforward, guys. All I did was work from front to the back, but I noticed that working from the big end to the small end is a lot better. What you want to do is kind of peel it, tack it down right here, make sure it's straight and lined up with this. And then as soon as that
also,
is
guys,
tacked down,
I was told
this
was
peel off the backing
misaligned
all the way.
How
kind
I
of line
aligned
it up.
It was that
From there you just squeegee from the middle outwards,
goes to the very
up and down
corner of that
just
ram
lay it all out,
and it's
this
aligned
part,
from there from side to side.
It's kind of weird.
I did
even on the
align
paper
it
that
with
they
the body
sent
line,
me,
so it should be
the lines
straight,
aren't lined
but
up.
unfortunately it does
So
have
I
a
just
little
pretty
curve,
much
so
matched
it
up
looks a
where
little bit
it's supposed to
bowed
go,
out
or
on the install.
how it looks on the picture.
As the proof is,
And then
I tried to match
the
it
back
up to
is
the proof as
just
much as I could.
this part right
and that's
here.
how I installed it.
As you can see, it's literally just letters cut out, so you don't have to worry about removing anything. There's nothing's in the way. Same thing with the side, guys. As you can see, that on the other side is exactly the same. So kind of measured up, just measured up exactly where it is on the picture, and then just put the technology stuff. Pretty straightforward, guys. Awesome.
Sweet raps.
And there it is, guys. This is the install compared to the proof. I don't see it as a bad install. I do see where I could improve on a little bit of placement. I don't see it as a whole redo, but that's how it went down. Like I said, we're posting everything, even mistakes. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.